Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. I'd love to start by thanking all my subscribers, my viewers, for all your pleasant, thoughtful, knowledgeable, motivating comments. I really do appreciate each and every subscriber of mine. I'd like to give out a shout out to Outcast for promoting all the YouTube creators and putting up our clips there. I really do appreciate you. That's a special friend. Please like and share and subscribe to his channel. He does a lot of amazing clips on the Linda Lane audio. He's very talented in that. And I'd love to give out a big shout out to Bianca for Baby Huda. I love Bianca. She's a sweetheart, really creative person, really intelligent. Love you, Bianca. She's one of the kindest people I've ever met. And I'd like to give out a big shout out to Real Eyes Analyze, a close friend of mine. She's helped me with a lot of research in this case. We should always give credit to where it's due. Let me start by saying this is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions only. Everyone's entitled to their thoughts and their speculations. Today I'd like to go back to the interview of Hunter Johnson, Ethan and Zana's best friend, Emily's boyfriend. There's a very good reason I'd like to go back on his interview because I believe he's lying. We had the recent interview of Lyndon, I believe, Lyndon B. He is Joyce's boyfriend. He allegedly slept at his girlfriend's house. His girlfriend is Josie. She shares a room with Emily, Hunter's girlfriend. I don't know if this was a slip up or what happened there, but the more you let liars talk, the more they start exposing themselves, in my opinion only. Lyndon said that, Lyndon Beck, I believe his name was, could be wrong with the second name, said clearly that they went to sleep at 8 p.m., got up around 3 a.m. at night. They were awake between 3 to 5 a.m. That's him, Lyndon, his girlfriend Joycey, and Emily. He said, and Hunter. That's what he said. Then, while the detective was writing down the notes, he took a pause and then he said, I think Hunter went to his apartment. So that means Hunter was clearly not there between 3 to 4 a.m. I want to know why he did not mention that to the detectives. Why did his girlfriend, Emily, not mention that? Why didn't Josie mention that? I need to go back to all the interviews, but I've already gone back to Hunter's interview and I've been watching it for over 5 times. Never mentions that he left the apartments. So Houston, we clearly have a liar situation going on.
What do you got for me?
It was like right around noon, maybe just before then, and called my girlfriend that she thought something was not right in her house, and she heard and saw a man in their house last night, and she wanted us to come over and like make sure everything was okay, because they just locked themselves in their room, I think is what they said. And so I was the first one to get over there. I left pretty quickly because I just wanted to make sure, and I got over there and I walked up the stairs and I immediately went into Xana's room, which was the only room I went into. I went up the stairs, saw them. We're pretty really uncontrollably crying and didn't know what was going on.
Sure.
And I told them to get out of the house and call the cops. And I went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife from the drawer because I didn't know if someone was still in the house or not. And I grabbed the knife. It's probably still on the little table they have in the living room area.
Downstairs.
Like in the middle, like where the kitchen level, that level.
There's like a little area there.
Yeah, there's an area, and
Okay.
I put the knife there after, but I grabbed the knife and I went into the room and I checked like the closet and everything to make sure there was no one in there, and it didn't seem like anyone was in there. And then I
Where did he blank it out? That doesn't sound right.
and I and shoot, I'm forgetting his name. Sorry, this is just a lot. What's his name? That's his name. They all came into the house. They were coming up the stairs, and I told them to get out. They do not want to come in. They need to get out. And that's when you guys roughly showed up around the scene, was when I told them to get out.
No, okay.
I want to know what is so funny, Hunter. You couldn't remember your friend's name? Lyndon Beck was his name? Joyce's boyfriend? That's nothing to laugh about. Wipe that stupid laugh off your face. 4 human beings are brutally deceased. I do understand when people are stressed that they could laugh or giggle or whatsoever, but this is not a giggling matter. And some people, just some few people, have this habit of giggling and laughing when they're hiding the truth, when they're guilty of something, when they're lying, in my opinion. Seen that plenty of times. Why is Hunter laughing? What is there to laugh at? There's nothing to laugh at. This young man is annoying me, and so is Jack Showalter and Jack D, because they're sitting with crucial information, in my opinion, and they're lying. What happened, Hunter? You didn't expect your friend to rat you out, did you? He snitched on you. Where were you between 3 to 5 a.m.? No matter which timeline we go according to, Hunter is in deep waters, because the previous timeline was 3 to 4 a.m. that the unalivings happened. And then the main timeline was 5 past 4 to 4:25. And we have Hunter Johnson, who was not at the house, not at Emily's house. Nobody knows where he was. Who can confirm where you were between 3 to 5? You fit into both the timelinings. How about that? You fit into the timeline between 3 to 4, the previous timeline, and you definitely fit into the timeline of 4:05 to 4:25. Why is he laughing and giggling? Let's fast forward to what he has to say when he got up at 3 a.m. He never mentions that he left the house. It's only Lyndon that mentions it, thank God.
Did you go to this party last night?
No.
Okay.
I was talking with Ethan. I had a text from him most of the night. We were talking because he wanted me to come, and I didn't really want to walk all the way over there. Yeah.
So you are talking to Ethan. That means you are the last person to speak to Ethan. He asked you to come down there, but you didn't want to walk down there. Josie and Emily don't live far from 1122 King Road. Are you trying to distance yourself by saying that you weren't near 1122 King Road? Where were you between 3 to 5 a.m.? Hunter Johnson is one person that nothing makes sense of. Nothing. Apparently, there are two knives in the crime scene, one on the table and one on the floor. And if that is true, there's something still missing with the knife part, because the knife that was on the table, I've already spoken about it in my channel, was a silver metal color. Even the handle was silver. The other one that the other channels are talking about, that is a black handle. I wouldn't be really bothered about the knives because they know exactly what knife they were looking for, the forensic team. It was a large knife. And both these knives didn't look like they could have done so much damage on 4 people. I had to say that. I want to know where he was between 3 to 5 a.m. Just like I want to know where Jack D was. And why was he lying and saying he left the corner club at 1 a.m. when he took a picture with Kaylee and Maddie at 1:35? So do y'all see where I'm going with this, guys? We have Hunter Johnson and Jack D is timeline that is a lie. There's gaps of their timeline that is missing that nobody can confirm where they were. This is starting to make sense to me because Hunter looked very suspicious at the memorial. Who goes around talking about my friend owed me for beers and he had to carry his own alcohol beverage in a black bag, and he said, I'd love to see him make a fool of himself and carrying his own alcohol beverage. We all can have different opinions of how people grieve when it comes to bereavements, but no matter what religion we are, people usually have respect for the dead. We say positive things about them, or in some cultures we just cry, bury your loved ones, and continue. Grieve over them, obviously. But what I'm trying to say is, even if he said this was a young man, he was nervous on stage, nothing made sense. But something is wrong with his timeline. He was away between the hours of 3 to 5 a.m. Where was he? He doesn't snitch on himself, obviously, neither does his girlfriend snitch on him. But we have the young man who said that he wasn't there 3 to 5. In the beginning, he says he was there. And then later on, he says he wasn't there. He got scared of the police. He didn't want to be caught with a lie. So he said, once again, Hunter, that he was the last person to speak to Ethan. I wonder if they really spoke to start with. Ethan texted his sister last and he said, Dog, come here. Dog, come over. We miss you. We love you. We all miss you. Who was all? I've always asked y'all this question. Was Hunter and Emily chilling with Sana and Ethan? Could the rumors of them having a fight be true? We have people slipping up here. Now in this next segment, you'll hear Hunter talking about Josie is boyfriend, Lyndon, being there that night. He says Lyndon spent the night in Josie's room, his girlfriend, and he spent the night in Emily's room, his girlfriend. So both of them spent the night with their girlfriends, but yet again, Lyndon says that we all got up, be awake between 3 to 5, and Hunter wasn't there. Is that why Hunter is so nervous? Is that why he's giggling? Is that why he was lying in the memorial and talking so bad about the unalived people? What was actually going on is my question.
He's in a fraternity, but he is like seeing right now. So he was just saying he stayed the night over at their apartment. I stayed there and she stayed there. So I was in her room and he was in her room.
Okay. What time? So,
You should ask him if he left.
who's him now?
This really upsets me. Mallory is supposed to be asking follow-up questions. Why didn't you ask them? Was all four of you all at home? Did anyone leave for even a second? For a minute? You didn't ask that, Maury. Why didn't you? This is not normal. This is absolutely not normal. It's the same detective that Lyndon, Joyce's boyfriend, says the same thing too. He says we got up at 3 to 5 a.m. But he said Hunter wasn't there. So Hunter's interview was way before the other young man, because we got that interview first. And even if Lyndon's interview was first, then you would have asked the follow-up questions to Hunter. So that makes me believe it was Hunter's interview that was first, and when Lyndon told you that Hunter wasn't there between 3 to 5 a.m., you should have brought Hunter back on that chair and make him explain himself. Hunter, are you one of the 3 unidentified male DNAs? Just a question.
Who's him now? Did not go to the party last night, right?
No.
That was what I'm thinking of. There was another ball down in there that was gonna. Okay, so you didn't go to the party.
No. No.
You guys just hung out.
Yeah, they don't go there.
So this is interesting. Hunter said that he and Emily spent the night at Emily's place. He did not go to the Sigma Chi fraternity party. But you still felt like it was an eerie night to close your windows and doors, according to Amazon Prime. That's what your girlfriend said to Emily.
So that you were hanging out with the girls at that point?
Yeah.
Was him?
Yeah, he was sleeping in the bed.
Okay.
According to his apartment, I'm not sure. So, I remember being there though.
So Lyndon Beck says that Hunter, Emily, Josie, and himself were in the girls' apartment. His girlfriend Josie and Hunter's girlfriend Emily. And then he says that we got up at 3 a.m. at night, between 3 to 5 a.m. So between 3 to 5 a.m., Lyndon clearly says that they all 4 were at home, but he wasn't sure if Hunter Johnson was there. He said he believes Hunter Johnson went to his apartment. Hunter doesn't mention that. Josie doesn't mention that. Neither does Emily in her interview. Hunter Johnson, where were you? Please let me know what y'all think. Where do y'all think Hunter Johnson was that night? Could he have been one of the 3 unidentified male DNAs? And why does Lyndon Beck need to lie? He has no reason to lie. He just wanted to tell the truth because he didn't want this to backfire him. So could it have been true, the rumor that I heard from my sources? One of my sources told me that Emily A. OD'd by some rugs that Ethan gave her, and Hunter went there to clear the beef. Could it be possible that Emily wasn't waking up immediately? Hunter found that out, and ran over to deal with Ethan? Just a question. Please let me know what you'll think, because this is true people, I personally believe, have been lying in their interviews. Hunter Johnson and Jack Day has been lying about his timeline, saying that he left the corner club at 1 a.m. No, the picture was taken at 1:30, 4 a.m. when he is hanging with Kaylee and Maddie. Let me know what you'll think. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a lovely weekend.